Oh,
hey,
God.
everybody, welcome back to Mom, Can I Have Another $1?
We're playing
We're gonna
Scrooge.
shoot
hey,
some
this
records.
game takes place in Illinois.
Pick up hand.
No, there are too many colors.
Pick up ammo. Oh, you're right. There's no hope there. Illinois is the site of a civilization-ending apocalypse, which is very appropriate for it.
Hey, Kyle, what the fuck is this game?
It's called
Yeah, what the fuck
Screw
we-
Loose.
I realize we've given up on the show being successful, but do you have to try to make it suck?
I
Do you
don't
have
know.
to, like, go out of your way to choose the worst things ever?
Pick up
what the
hand.
fuck is this? This isn't
That's the
real.
beauty of it. No, we don't have to try. It just happens naturally.
Where do I get
It's
the fucking
just what
ammo
we deserve.
from?
Kyle, if
Oh my God.
If
Okay.
it was possible for any sentient life form to make heads or tails of this semiotic nightmare, I dare say such a being would be untrustworthy a priori, and we would not want to ask it advice.
It's a twin stick shooter, so I had no idea like how to get it to work.
That's nice, but also you're a an isosceles lock with no body. With no body. What did the lonely ghost say? I have no body. And then there's like records coming at you.
Oh no.
2 helos left. What did it fucking say?
2
Why did
hands
the message?
left.
Why is it behind you? Kyle, this is worse than something I'd make.
That's saying that you would actually make something.
Oh, those are holes in the fucking... This is like that world that Homer got consigned to in the Halloween special.
That episode
where he
freaked me
ended
the
up
fuck
in
out
the
as a kid.
virtual reality world.
Behind the behind the bookcase.
He's in the 3D, and this is... Yeah, it's like a grid, and there's little holes, and there's things living in them, and watch out, you'll run into the cover art from that one painting program, and...
And look out for bees.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh,
This
I get it.
does
This
have
is
the
just
kind of feel, and it might just be because of the graph paper background, but it has the sort of feel of somebody finally getting the chance to make a game based off the sort of notebook doodles they did in high school, except when they got halfway into it, they still didn't have the sense to say, no, wait, that's a bad idea.
I don't know
something's
how this
happening.
could possibly... Who made this?
Him. Get
Oh
that
my god, a
hamburger.
cheeseburger! Oh my god, something that it's like actual. It's like something that makes some kind of visual sense. How did that get in here?
Don't know.
How did they not? They didn't remember to edit that out and replace it with like an undulating green blob or some shit. Like what the?
I performed my obligatory duty to ask you to get that hamburger.
Oh, he did it, guys. He did the thing.
We did
Now
it.
we
It's
have to
called
play
back.
the song. yeah. Well, I mean,
It's closing time. Get that hamburger. Oh no.
what? That's not a lyric. How did you forget our only song?
No, it's
Our only hit single.
it's the extended version. If
Why didn't you put it on iTunes yet? I haven't seen it.
because no
I
I
one
go
feel
on
like-
iTunes. I search President Hamburger. I go through every black web backdoor possible, and it's not there.
I think
I
it'd be
haven't-
more expensive to publish that than it would be to than we would actually make money.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've proven that we do not have a financially solvent model.
Yeah.
We don't have a financially extant model.
This
We
is
don't
true.
have a model. We're fucked.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
We're like a cube with feet and no torso, shooting lightning bolts at worms with records being thrown at you from off screen. Hey, the background changed
Wait,
into something.
is that
what does
a
it mean?
euphemism for a bad idea?
Why? Well, it's more like a panoply of bad ideas. It's like a katamari of bad ideas. Every idea that should never have been given life has found itself here in this one place, this Ichigo Ichie.
I'm getting
A real
deja vu.
cavalcade of
This faux pas.
ill-advised concepts.
You know, ever since
And
the
the-
sound went away, I've been feeling very anxious and like desperate to fill all this void that I feel like we've now fallen into.
I noticed that you're also assailing or perhaps defending the German flag. Is this some kind of a Cold War
yeah,
commentary
it's hard
or
for me to
something?
tell. Is that where
Oh.
the bees are coming from, or is that where they're going?
Oh fuck.
Are these bees communists or are they part of the Federal Republic?
Are you sure that's the German flag and not the Belgian flag? Because I get mixed up with those two all the time.
I'm not sure of anything, Kyle. Why would you even ask? Of course I'm not sure which is which. What the fuck? Like, what are you talking
Certainty
about?
is not something we can afford. Your hand disintegrated.
Oh fuck.
In any case, some deeply unfortunate nationality is part of this.
Get that hamburger.
President Hamburg.
Okay.
So the game literally makes no sense. And it's not meant to.
No, of course.
Yeah.
It's
I figured-
screwless.
I figured
is-
the backstory would be like their little future orbs from like some factory or something, but no, they're just records.
Pick up
Pick up.
burger.
This is a full front assault on art.
If there's, yeah, it is. Yeah,
And they've
it
already
is.
won against the visual arts.
Don't express yourself. Only consume. This is the message. The message of this game. We are the robot with 3 hands. More hands so that you can consume and masturbate at the same time.
I do like that at some pitch meeting someone said, "Hey, what if he had 3 hands?" And they're like, "Why? Does he use all of them?" No.
Yeah.
And some guy who was in the middle of pouring an entire bottle of aspirin into his coffee said, "What? Yeah, okay."
How does it? How do they all fit on his body? Is one like coming out of his chest? And the
Is what he
designer's
thought
just
about
looking
saying.
at him.
Never said.
He's looking at him dumbfounded, like, "What are you talking about?"
Body is all he could say.
See, it's a
Yeah.
dual stick shooting game where you attack records and bees, and the guy who's already halfway through his OD induced hallucinosis is like, bees and you're checked and bounce.
Fuck, we
Get back
never
to work.
we never
He's
wrote
trying
down.
not to cry while he listens to all this.
Do we have any record of that Jello Biafra inspired diatribe that we made up that one time, Nick, in my apartment?
Probably somewhere.
I really hope we do, because that was fucking goddamn funny.
Are we talking about the gravestones or whatever?
Oh no!
It was about.
Although we do
Artisanal
have that, and that
tombstones.
was fun too.
Oh yeah, that was great.
I noticed that they bothered to make a new background for some part of it, and I just can't imagine why. What does it mean? What does it say? What semiotic purpose is there here?
Fuck. Why
Yeah,
do I
the more
lose 2
the more
hands?
sounds you've destroyed, the more visuals you have.
It's green now. Fuck you. Maybe
Fuck
you
you,
got
player.
out of the
Fuck you.
grid.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Maybe you're touching grass and you're trying to fend off all the attempts at getting you back into the media cycle. Or maybe you're just getting attacked by balls. I don't know.
Leave
Maybe
me
there's no
alone. I
purpose.
finally went outside.
You're certainly seeking more thought and putting more thought into this than anyone who had any part of making this did.
Yeah, well, in fairness, unlike anyone who worked on this game, I'm not heavily preoccupied with my looming divorce. So, like, I'm free to ruminate on these things.
I kind of picture it as a situation where they were building the mechanics first and said, we'll slot in some different assets when we get a little further
that's
down the line.
Not a
And
bad
then-
way to go, but
And then it came time for them to start doing that, and the guy looked at it and said, no.
fuck it.
I already
I
made.
mean, that's how they make lots of games. Like that's how they made Splatoon, and they eventually came up with like the squid idea to
God
supplement
damn
the
it.
fluid spraying idea, and like they started off just with like white squares in a black void jumping around,
The
and
fluid
they gradually
spraying
came up
idea.
with like the design. Right? Yeah, like lots of games start mechanics. In fact, many of the best ones do. But then the point is that you try to link it together in some kind of cogent thematic,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Is they skipped that step where they turn it into a cohesive visual style that gives you a sense of what you are doing and the world that you are interacting with,
A dark,
and they just let it ride.
a gloomy, depressing, fluorescent lit office, mid-1980s, utterly silent except for an HVAC machine laboring away and maybe like the click of a clock, and a bunch of guys haggard and wearing their nicer than they need to be white shirts and maybe suspenders, and they're sitting around like, all right, so we've got the shooting mechanics sorted out. We only have 3 kilobytes of storage. Okay, so what are you shooting? And then guy one with the muffled sound of crying audible in the background. Bees. Robot.
Records.
worms.
Yeah, I picture a situation where they're like, all right, we got the whole mechanic sort of flowing pretty well. You know, you get hit, you lose your weapon, and you still have a chance to go pick it up, so you're not totally out. But you know, you
had to
keep
skip
getting
the
hit, you lose 'em.
body animation, but that's okay.
They said, but you know, you get a 10-year-old in here, and they're trying to shoot bees and records and hamburgers and all this stuff. Like, it's not gonna make
you
a
don't
whole lot
shoot
of
the
sense to
hamburger. You pick up the hamburger.
and you know, he's trying to tell like it's not going to make a whole lot of sense to it, kids. So what? You know, we can't just ship it out like this. What do we put in there instead? And the guy who's in charge of art direction you could just see the look on his face, dark circles under his eyes. He has had enough, and you know he's on like his 4th cup of coffee for the morning.
Yeah,
he's like, all right, hold on. How about this?
Coffee calories in over 24 hours, and
yeah, he's like, he says, hold on, how about this? And he gets a piece of paper and he starts scribbling. And he's not letting anybody look at what he's doing. And he just keeps scribbling, keeps drawing, and his gestures get more and more grandiose over time. And he's like, how about this? And he slides the paper back to the guy, imploring him to do some sort of art direction on this. And it's just the words, fuck you, but he spent the rest of the time drawing a really detailed middle finger.
I was going to guess that it was going to be a drawing of himself dying in a house fire started by him falling asleep with a cigar in his mouth.
It's a portrait, like a Norman Rockwell painting, but it's that.
One guy who actually had artistic vision got mad that they didn't make him shoot hamburgers and eat lightning, and he quit.
They could put a snake
That
in,
was
though.
the straw that did it.
They got overruled too many times,
Well,
and now his vision's compromised, and he wanted nothing to do with it.
Gentlemen, I'm happy to let you know that we're done. We're done with this fucking
Kyle
game.
is without hands, and we are without sympathy. So we'll see you next time on Mom, Can I Have Another $1?